Hi, Mr. Heald. Welcome to Dulwich.
Hi, Professor Plunkett. Welcome to Dulwich. Can you tell us a little bit about Brown? What makes it one of the best universities in the world?
I feel very lucky to be working at Brown currently. There's two things that I think are really, really special about Brown. One is the open curriculum, which is kind of a fancy way of saying that students get to really choose their own experience in their education. And the second thing is that we have a really, really vibrant campus community.
Well, it's a very old university. It's about 1,000 years old. And I suppose that's one of the things that contributes to it being a very good place to go and study.
If you weren't a professor, what do you think you would have liked to have done?
When I finished my degree in physics, I wanted to go and work in forestry.
Oh,
Do you know what forestry is?
not really.
Looking after trees.
That's a good question. I think the easiest answer for me is that I would be a writer.
Do you have a lot of international students and colleagues at Oxford? What do you like about working with them?
When I first started working in Oxford 35 years ago, there weren't so many international students there or international colleagues, but over the last 10, 20 years, it's changed a lot.
I love this question. Yes, we have a lot of international students and international colleagues as well. And what I love about working with them is working in an international space and working in an international community, you're reminded just how wonderful and complex and diverse the world is, right? When I get to work with my students, they tell me stories of home, they tell me stories of their friends, their family, their communities, and in a very small way, I get to be in community with them in the world.
What advice would you give to a Dulwich student who has ambitions to study at Brown?
I think it's really about finding what is important to you and finding what works for you. Right? So I think about, these are questions that I would ask the students. The first is, what are your academic interests? And does Brown or does another institution have the right academic programs for you? Oftentimes, when students are thinking about university, they think about the school, the classroom, all that, but you're also in a city, you're in a town, you're in a new state, a new country. So my advice would be kind of followed up with questions, right? What are the things that are really important to you? And how can you put effort into cultivating those things as you're looking for options for university?
Well, I wouldn't recommend anyone to have an ambition to study at Oxford as such. I would suggest that you think about what you want to study first rather than where you want to study it. Because when you know what you're interested in, then you go and look for the place that's probably best to study that. So I wouldn't have as a goal at your age going to study in Oxford. I would have as a goal finding things that I'm interested in doing and enjoy doing. That's far more important.